What is up everyone? Today I will be showing you guys the Star Wars timeline if George Lucas never sold Star Wars to Disney, or if there was never any cancelled movies or video games. So let's get straight into the video. I hope you guys enjoy and let's go. So we would start off with KOTOR 1, 2, 3, followed by The Old Republic. Now I know KOTOR 3 doesn't exist, but it would still be super awesome to have a trilogy of video games before episode 1, so then it will really feel complete instead of just 2 video games, and it feels less complete. You know, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end instead of just a beginning and an end. So after that we will have episode 1 and 2. So in between episode 2 and episode 3 we would have 4 Star Wars projects. We would have the Republic Commando video game, the Clone Wars 2D animated series, the Clone Wars movie, and finally the Clone Wars series, followed by Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. After that we finished with the prequels and everything before that, so now we're gonna go with the George Lucas cancelled Star Wars series called The Underground. Now this series would kind of explore the underworld of Coruscant, and it would kind of be a bit like a Boba Fett based series in the Republic and the Empire, and we'd kind of see like Imperial troops and everything and how the Empire took control of the Coruscant underworld. So it would have been like super cool to see that. It's sad that Disney cancelled it, so that would be it for this series. So the next thing we will have is the Kenobi trilogy. Now it wouldn't be similar to the series, it would not be at all. It would be kind of like focusing more on Darth Maul and Luke Skywalker instead of Leia, and focusing on the villain being Darth Vader. It would have been a trilogy, that's what was supposed to happen, but then after that Disney made a series instead of a trilogy. So it would have been super different from the trilogy. We would have seen Maul, we would see Kenobi going to Coruscant and like exploring a few things on the crime syndicate, and we'll kind of see the uprise of the crime syndicate and just a bit of the Empire. I think that was what would have happened. So that's it for the Kenobi trilogy. So after the Kenobi trilogy it would be a Zack Snyder film. It would be kind of like Rebel Moon, I think, but because Zack Snyder was supposed to do a movie, a Star Wars movie, but it got cancelled. So I think the movie would have just been a bit like Rebel Moon or Rebel Moon 2 or stuff like that. So after that, I know this is gonna bring you guys some tears, but Star Wars 1313, one of what would have been the best Star Wars video game ever. Now, if you don't know what Star Wars 1313 is, it's basically a video game that, like, I think it was EA or something that wanted to make it, but sadly it got cancelled. I don't know why it got cancelled. They shouldn't have cancelled it. It was going to be so good. It was gonna be like maybe on Boba Fett, or I don't know if it's gonna be on Boba Fett, but it was gonna be like some bounty hunters exploring the lower levels of Coruscant. It was going to be so good, but sadly it never happened. The Force Unleashed trilogy would be the next project. Now I know the Force Unleashed 3 doesn't exist, but it would be super cool if it would exist. And also some people think this is a mistake, some people think it's a good idea. For those of you who think it's a mistake, well, I'm gonna remind you that it's not the Star Wars timeline. If it was going to be like both Disney and George Lucas' Star Wars combined, it's just Star Wars if George Lucas never sold it to Disney. So some people might think it's a good idea, some people might not think it's a good idea. I'm gonna leave it like that. So that's pretty much it for the Force Unleashed. Then it would be the original trilogy. After that it would be a solo Boba Fett movie. Now I know you guys are probably thinking it's a bad idea to do this solo Boba Fett solo movie, but I remember I heard somewhere that George Lucas did confirm that Boba Fett was indeed alive, so that's why I'm gonna be putting the Boba Fett solo movie. the Jedi Outcast trilogy with Dark Forces would be the next project. Now, I know Jedi Outcast 3 doesn't really exist, but it would be super cool to have it, and it would be great to kind of set up for this the new Star Wars trilogy that's about to come. So now the sequel trilogy would be actually George Lucas' sequel trilogy and not the Disney sequel trilogy, because it's if George Lucas never sold Star Wars to Disney, and it would have been super cool to see that, kind of to see Maul uprising of the Empire and the last remains of the Empire kind of going to dust and destroying, and the crime syndicate with Darth Talon kind of getting up with Anakin Solo, Jaina Solo, Jason Solo, and Ben Skywalker. That would have been so cool to see, and also to see Mara Jade and a bunch of other old characters in the sequel trilogy. Would have been amazing to see that. So that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell to never miss another video. Thank you guys, and bye.